Well, there are a lot of factors that make Liverpool. After all, when Manchester United they are doing their own, they call it Fergie time, right? They call it Fergie time.
It's
So
slot
90
time.
minutes, there will be a shady free something, and Man you win. The same thing people are doing now. So we
Remove the
understand.
shady out of it and remove the officiating bias out of it. So it's
You
not,
people won
it
the
has
league last season.
nothing to do with that.
You people won the league last season because there was officiating bias towards you. Let's be honest. There
That's
were
why
a
they
lot
call
of
them
calls that
the red cartel.
yes, there was a lot of calls that went to Liverpool side. Let's be honest about it. There was a lot of calls that went in favor of, because tell me why the one mistake the guy made against Chelsea was removed from every VR game for like the punishment was excessive. It was excessive. Anything against, but there were a lot of mistakes that are worse than that last season. We had the VR referees punished that way. A lot of referees that made mistake last season, were they punished? But the VAR said, yes, see the reason he made this call, you know. So you now give him excessive punishment. The same thing happened the last time. It was an offside goal. They said it was an offside, but they did not see he was affecting the play. The same thing Bruno used to score against Manchester City that everybody saw was an offside. Everybody saw was an offside with Rashford and Bruno. And they just like in English league is too big to be having this kind of mistakes. That is me. Sometimes I just lose interest in their games because the referees want to be at the center. They control. I have this feeling like the English Premier League is there. They derive a lot of this thing from media, from controversy. When there's controversy, when they talk about it, they drive a lot of traffic. I think that's what they want to achieve. Because if not, it's too big to be having that kind of mistakes now. It is.
So are you saying officiating have not gone against Liverpool? Is that what you're trying to say?
He's saying
So
Well,
they are more, that you guys gain
they are
more.
more in favor.
In fact,
Thank you, Dr. Fab. You understand it completely.
it's
There are a
it's
lot of bad
it,
calls. There are a lot of
she
bad calls,
understands it.
but
She
it
I
knows.
favors
agree.
Liverpool
I
now.
agree that they are
Eh,
controversial officiating, but it can be any team. So don't just pin it on just
You guys are
Liverpool.
gaining
when
him more.
It's not just
Even the last
Liverpool.
game against
when you
Sunday,
only people have had 50 something percent or 60%, what will remain for the other teams? When I go carry
Leva
this, each
doesn't want
others
to
go
own up.
share 40.
Leva doesn't want to own up to it. She doesn't want
she doesn't
to.
want
She
to
doesn't
own up
want
to
to
it. She
say it
knows.
as it is because obviously
No,
the
Uh-huh.
benefit,
I agree.
the
I agree.
benefit
I'm
is
just
so.
saying it's not just Liverpool. You people should not
I
pin
actually
it on
pity
Liverpool and
Arsenal.
make it like we
I
are not
actually pity
working
Arsenal
against
last
Benefit
season.
to
officiating.
be pity
Last
on
season,
Liverpool.
for the first time,
I
I pity
feel like
Arsenal
when
last
they
season. Una deal
probably
with these people like I used to free deal with them
was
last season. I
against
pity
Liverpool.
Arsenal last season.
Exactly. If it was going
But
against Liverpool, it won't be funny for you. That's just the truth. And
I
Arsenal is one
know
team that suffered a lot from bad
if you want to
officiating.
know,
It's
yes, if
looking
you
like
want
for
to know
a lot of
how
Arsenal fans, it does look like the refereeing body has issues with Arsenal and Arteta, and they feel like maybe because of the things Arteta has said in the past, it seems like the referees take it out on the Arsenal players. Because when you take a look at some of the red cards branded to Arsenal players, and you see that other players make those same mistakes and nothing is done,
exactly.
it's quite weird. And when it is now consistent, it makes things worse. And just like Ekene said, look, it seems to be that the Premier League thrives off drama because for the last 4 or 5 seasons, the rate at which we, especially last season, I believe, or 2 seasons ago, the rate at which we kept talking about the referees week in, week out, it was too frequent. It was just too frequent. But
No,
hopefully,
it was
a
too
league
much.
like a league like the Premier League, we shouldn't be talking about officiating decisions so often. It's wrong, really. But for the standard of the league, I think we should be able to focus more on what happens on the pitch. But hopefully, as the season goes on, we have less of officiating errors. Hopefully,
See,
Yeah, they're very,
if you want to know how terrible Liverpool people are, watch Jamie Carragher closely. His opinions, how he talks on air. The same if another team when Chelsea were signing, he was complaining. Arsenal were signing, he was complaining. Liverpool went and signed broke British record twice in the same window. He did not say anything again. He did not. He's now a good
That's
transfer. So
because Liverpool hardly spend. So they just
that
did
one
that
you people are
for
saying is leave that in,
so
leave that in, leave that in, leave that in, leave that in. Okay, then Arsenal, don't they hardly spend? When I was in Arsenal, did he spend? He didn't spend much. He rarely spent money. So why the criticism? Chelsea, they are selling and they are buying at the same time. If you check the net spend of Chelsea when these guys came in and now, it's like as if they have not spent much because they spend and they sell. Man City, their own is Qatar. They have money. They don't even care. They have a lot of they can spend how they wish, but they have the money. Yeah. If Liverpool come and claim they are poor, oh, we are poor, oh, we don't have money oh, to blow 400 million once.
I cannot
Um,
wait. I think you
And,
have a personal
don't
beef
worry.
with Liverpool. You
and this
have
is
a
I don't have any
personal
beef
beef
with
with
Liverpool. I don't
Liverpool.
all
have
the
any beef.
transfer window.
Oh, but people
In all
are
the
just being
transfer window,
humble. No, stop that
in
thing.
all the
Stop it.
transfer window, no
Stop
one
it
has
again.
spent as much money in a transfer window in the Premier League than as the amount Liverpool spent in the transfer window. Like this is the most any club, despite all the spending Abramovich did under Chelsea and the Etihad boys did when they signed when they bought Man City nearly in one transfer window. No one has spent as much as Liverpool has spent this window, and that's an understatement considering that they could have gone way above that if the Gary deal did not break down. They could have gone way above that. So and they are still looking to sign him in January too. So it's like irrespective of all how many clubs are all the other clubs have signed in the past, no one has broken. When Liverpool fans say, "Oh, we don't spend," right? We don't spend. If you look at Liverpool squad, they broke the record for the highest paid highest boss keeper before Chelsea eventually break that record. Liverpool broke that record first. They also broke the record for the most expensive defender. They have the most expensive midfielder. They have the most expensive striker and broke the record again on that most expensive striker. So they have had like 5 records that they have broken on the amount that they have spent in a position. If you look at the goalkeeper, they broke that record. The first, although I know Chelsea broke it later again, but Liverpool first broke that record. Broke it on the center back, broke it on the midfielder, broke it on Eketike, broke it again on Isak. So if you look at it, they are lavishing. So when Liverpool fans pretend like, oh, we don't have money, we are broke, I just always laugh at that because
We
I'm
spend
so
wisely. They
no
spend wisely. They
Liverpool,
spend wisely.
Liverpool. One thing about Liverpool, and the only thing that Man U are not benefiting from this is that the people that control the media the most is Man U and Liverpool. And the only reason Man U do not benefit is from their media presence because their team is shit. If their team was at the level of where Liverpool is, you'll see the kind of favorable reporting in the news that Liverpool gets when they spend money the same way. But because Man U is shit, even their media presence can help them to speak positively about their spending and all that, right? But Liverpool, the media is controlled mostly by Liverpool presence. If you look at Sky, even ESPN FC, they are all controlled by mostly Liverpool pundits there. So you'll see they have like a lot of favorable reporting, even on the tabloids. Also, they have like that's why you get like a lot of favorable reporting towards Liverpool with their spending. Decisions will go wrongly during the week, you would hardly see them talk about it. But if, like I can have mentioned, right, when Chelsea decision went throughout that weekend, I opened because I have this app that I used to watch Nigerian channels from here too. So if I open Super Sports, same or everything was talking about the referee. I open Sky Sports, British one, referee. You open this other one, referee. But when he goes for Liverpool, if you look at it, even last week against Burnley, Kicker should have been sent off even before Slot subbed him out. He dived for us, then he caught it was another foul that was a yellow card foul, the which they were giving the second yellow card. But nobody even talked about it. It was just like, oh, it's good. Nobody just talked about it because it's Liverpool. The media, Liverpool control the media. Liverpool and Man U control the media. So a lot of reporting, a lot of, and there's a saying that says, what's this? There's someone that said, and this was even about politics, and he said, whoever controls the media controls the information, controls how people view things, right? So whoever controls media always lead to always has a say on how things are being, how people view things, right? Because a lot of times you gotta notice, you gotta understand that there are less leaders than sheep. There are more sheep than leaders. a lot of people watch TV to get opinions of other people. And when they get an opinion, that's the opinion they run with. There are very few people that watch a game and have their own antecedents from that game and say, oh, this is what I got from that game. They go based on what the commentary is saying, what the sport analysts are saying, and that's how they go off, right? They're more sheeps than leaders, right? So when people watch a game and see watch a TV station, they're led to see one thing. Oh, not the decision was good. People go by that, right? And that's why the Liverpool control the media, and people don't make as much force when decisions favor them. But people that actually pay attention, those are not sheeps. They do not just listen to these broadcasters and have their own opinion themselves. See that a lot of times decision goes for Liverpool compared to any other team.
I see you all are just against Liverpool. It's
So,
understandable.
Liverpool.
It's understandable.